This
So,
conference will now be recorded.
hey guys, welcome to our RMC support group, March edition. It's good to see all you guys here. I'm gonna go around and see if anything is on your mind or any questions you have. David, is anything on your mind or any questions you have?
No, but I just wanted to tell you that I went to Nicola Casey's annual ball in Manchester or near Manchester on Saturday, so just a couple of days ago, raising awareness for renal medullary carcinoma in the UK. It was a very moving, it was an amazing evening. It was very moving because um, one of the speeches was done by a lady who lost her husband to RMC, who has two beautiful children, and she was just explaining to an audience of 190 people, which I think is very impressive, who came to support RMC sufferers and raise awareness for RMC, about basically the complete ignorance. Maybe that's too strong a word, but basically the lack of knowledge of RMC in the medical professional in the UK, and how she's going to try and help change that. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that.
Amazing.
David, do you know the name of that person? Had you met her before?
I hadn't met her before. She referred to me in her speech 3 times in a very positive way, but she didn't know my name. So she pointed at me and goes, "I'm just so happy for that man over there who's doing so well." And it was very emotional, but she didn't know. We didn't know each other. We met that evening, but we exchanged numbers. Her first name is Anita. I don't know what her surname is off the top of my head.
Okay. And you didn't have an opportunity to speak?
I spoke last year, and I wasn't asked to this year because I think she was basically the keynote speaker. But I gave a long speech in the annual ball last year about my journey, to about the same amount of people.
That's awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, very nice.
So, how many in the UK that you're aware of or she's aware of that may have RMC?
Well, the last time I asked Nikki Casey of this, I am the only person known to the charity who has RMC in the UK.
Hmm.
It doesn't necessarily mean, of course, I am the only person, but
Right.
yeah, but an only person. But usually people do find the Ricky Casey Trust online by doing searches after diagnosis, or if
Hmm.
not the the patient, certainly a family member does. But I don't think there have been any known new cases of late.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Heather, is there any questions you have or anything on your mind you want to talk about?
No questions, but I did want to give a short little update. My husband and I were at MD Anderson 2 weeks ago for scans, and I'm still no evidence of disease, so I'm super excited. I don't think I got to tell you guys that because I missed the February meeting. But in January, late January, my scans were no evidence of disease, and I finished 3 more chemo treatments. And I just had another PET scan, and I'm still no evidence of disease. So I'm super excited about that, and I'm really excited to see all of you next weekend.
Nice. Amazing. I'm at, oh, is it already next weekend? I didn't realize that. Wow. Okay. This
Clarissa?
always happens to me. I don't remember it's like the next week. This was
Well,
deja.
don't end up being in New Jersey on the 22nd, okay?
Okay, I won't. I promise. I'm not missing that flight.
Well, Heather, congratulations. We are happy for you.
Yes, and Heather, excited to meet you in person next week.
Me too.
Roxanne, anything on your mind or any questions you have?
Um, no questions. I am just here to, just tell everybody good luck during the walk and everything. It's coming up on a year since I've actually joined the group. My son passed away on the 26th, and soon after that, I did join the group. So it's been a little rough right around now, but I just want to wish everyone well and congratulations, Heather. And we're keeping out of positive energy and everything going for you and going forward here. And to everyone else that I've seen, but no, I don't have any questions. I'm sad that I'm going to miss the walk this year, but I will be back. I'll be there next year. And
Awesome.
some things, whatever goes on, throughout the year, I will be there. But my mom's here with me, and I'm going to have to hop off in a minute and help her eat. So I care for her now. So,
Well, just letting you know that we're thinking about you. I know this is a hard month for you, but don't think you're forgotten.
oh, I understand. I
And
love you
we're
guys.
here if you need to talk, okay?
Yeah, you and I, after all this is done, I really, really, I want to sit down and just talk with you, Carissa, everybody. It's just, I need to talk. So,
Well, we'll start our support group in April, so the
okay.
Yeah.
grieving one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm putting my phone number in the chat. I do like talking on the phone, so if you ever want to call.
Okay.
Oh, Lord, does she love to talk? Oh,
Okay. I'll make sure I grab it before you get. How are you, Melissa? Haven't talked to you lately. I have to get back in touch.
True. I'm doing well. Thank you, Roxanne. I'm doing
Good,
all
good.
right. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Heather and I were in Indiana, gosh, had MD Anderson around the same time last time, so we got to meet and she rubbed off on me. I got a little bit of good news too, so not as
good.
great as hers, but some good news.
Well,
Hey.
Melissa
Hey.
shared. Let's segue.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen, wait. Roxanne, I'll be thinking of you, so please reach out if you need anything, okay?
Thank you guys. Thank everybody.
Of
All right.
course. Just Dr. Masal was pleased with my PET scans. Things aren't like drastically reduced or gone or anything like that. Here's my dog. But just a little bit smaller. The hip area that I had the radiation in is looking good. And I've been able to walk.
Nice.
So yeah, not far. Um, not far at all, but I am able to get up and walk and it does not hurt my hips. So um, Dr. Masao is pretty pleased. We're going to go ahead and move down the dosage amount for my chemo and hope that that continues to do well.
Nice. Good news.
Yeah,
Progress is always good. How's your
yeah.
pain feeling? How's your pain doing?
Pain is good. Yeah, the hip is, I mean, almost zero pain. So um, my
Nice.
lower back for some reason is bothering me now. But anyway,
Are they going to do scans on your lower back or check that?
we'll wait and see. I mean, I just had scans 2 weeks ago, just like Heather. So, and things were looking okay then. So, yep, we'll wait and see. I go back at the end of April, so I won't be joining you guys next week.
Okay.
But I'll be walking in the neighborhood, short, brief walk, and I'll send a video.
sounds good.
Yep.
Nicole, anything on your mind or any questions you have?
No, I'm usually here. Well, I am here in support for my brother-in-law. My sister Bridget and her sister-in-law Nikki usually join, but Xavier has chemo today, so she's with him today. But just a little update on him. I know he had treatment, I believe, 2 weeks ago, and he did have an issue. I guess his blood sugar dropped and he passed out. Nurses and everybody rushed in to take care of him. He's fine, thank God. They think he had a reaction to the medication.
Oh,
Hmm.
Yeah, so he's doing well now. Like I said, today's one of his chemo days, so that's where they're at today. And then I know RMC our RMC walk is this Saturday, so we'll be there. My sister Bridget and I will be there early to help set up and get things arranged for it. So we're very much looking forward to that.
nice. I'm excited to look at pictures and see.
Yeah, they have a nice group. It's over 100. I want to say at
Wow.
least maybe 120, 125 that are registered for
Oh,
Pasadena.
that's good.
So I'm excited. Hopefully next year I'll get an opportunity to get down there. It's just that
Yeah, my sister let the organizer know that we started this one a little late because we just found out about his diagnosis, but next year we're like full-fledged willing to help out with whatever needs to be done. I used to help do breast cancer walks in my area, so I'm really happy to be able to, lend a helping hand and help figure all this stuff out too. So I'm very excited for that.
Oh, that's awesome. She can use it. I can use it.
Oh, I'm here. Let me know. You use me. I'm here.
Awesome.
You know,
And your shirts will be in Pasadena because I think you said don't mail them, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, they'll be there.
Perfect.
They
Thank
are
you for
there.
that.
You're welcome.
Pam, anything on your mind or any questions you have?
Uh, no questions. I just had a follow-up last week and no evidence of disease on PET scan. So it was very good news. And I should be
Nice.
Good.
there for the walk.
Yes.
Wait.
Congratulations, Pam.
Yay. Another person I'm getting to meet. Awesome news. Feeling this great vibe this call. Nice. Everybody's having good news. It's awesome. Is it like the luck of the Irish, maybe? No, coming up. Uh, Ryan, anything on your mind or any questions?
Brian ran away.
I can't. We can't hear you, Brian. Okay.
How about now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry, had to change my settings. But yeah, nothing new for me to report. Just getting ready for this walk. But other than that, everything's fine with me. Uh, Nothing to report.
Awesome. Is the whole clan going to be there at the walk?
I believe so. I believe
Oh,
so.
nice. Looking forward to meet them again.
There's a lot of them didn't register. I hope they're coming, Brian.
uh, I'll ask them. They should have registered, but I'll ask them just to confirm.
It was, I think, a couple have, but I didn't remember seeing your mom. I mean, your stepmom. I mean, your mother-in-law.
I'll ask them about that then. All right. Yeah, I'll send them a text right now.
Could be overload on my part. These two walks. I pretty much coordinating both of them. So, okay.
All right. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Milton. Happy birthday to you.
Woo! He's speechless.
Happy birthday, Milton.
You're on mute, Milton.
Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday.
I guess he's speechless. You blew him away, Clarissa.
And can you hear me? Oh, I was going to say, Clarissa, I wish I had known I would have gotten a candle and a cake. That kind of, I have to go back and play the recording when it's time for me to get the candle and the cake. But thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
I appreciate that. I don't look a day over 21.
No.
You look great, Milton.
Yeah. Well, I look better than I feel, but I'm okay. Yeah.
How was DC? How did everything go there?
Oh, it was an exciting place to be. I did learn that leading up to it, the AUA had a consultant that did an advocacy workshop, and we did that. So actually, I was able to take notes and gather information that some techniques that's going to make it easier for me to make presentations, and so from the educational standpoint, it was important it was good that I was there. I got a chance to. We were assigned different tables depending on the state, and I was sitting with the representative from Pennsylvania. As a matter of fact, I was the only one from New Jersey at my table, which is kind of strange. But I was the only one who showed up, and I was able to tell them when they start introducing themselves and get into whatever stories they wanted to tell. It was basically there was I was at the table with urologists and urologists in training, and so one was I think head of one of the medical schools or one of the medical school, a professor slash doctor at a medical school in Pennsylvania. I forgot which one it was. I don't recall. But we were discussing. I was telling them about RMC, and throughout the we were there.
No,
You mentioned, yeah. Okay, I'm back. It's a spot.
yeah,
Hear
we can
me?
hear you now. It's
Good.
breaking up for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you mentioned RMC, and it's um, no one's like they've heard of it, but not really.
Oh, can't hear you.
And they,
Oh,
okay, let me.
I can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Okay, I probably need to move my spot. But what I was saying is that in the medical community, how RMC, it based on it's the American Urological Association, and they have so many different things to look at that kidney cancer plays a small role in what their agenda is. And so within the kidney cancer area, when you mentioned RMC, they were all on basically unaware of it, or they've heard about it in textbook, or maybe they heard about one case. From Louisiana, the representatives from Louisiana, and Richie was there when the physician said, "Oh, it's rare, and he only treated 2 cases in his practice." And since I've been back, thinking about it and said, well, I wonder how many, if I had done a poll and said how many of these physicians treated RMC in their practice, how many hands would be raised? And then if it's nationwide, that would have been a good experiment because then I would say, well, then maybe it's not so rare, but if it's limited to one specific area, the country. So, so is that. Got to speak with the preparation was for the walk to Capitol Hill, and I got a chance to. You don't really meet the representatives, the Congress people, or the senators. It's a staff member. So then there's even a breakdown of which staff member on the hierarchy who you meet with. So it was. That's tell me poor installation. So excuse me. I'm gonna move as I talk. So it was informative, and I got to meet with them and tell them a little bit of my story, and then I was able to try to tie that in with what the AUA was asking about, which was for there is a physician that committed suicide during COVID. She was a urologist. Um, I think Lorna Breen, and that was in 2021 during COVID. And so they wanted to continue funding anything related to physicians fatigue. The next thing that was very important overall and impacted today because they voted on it was they wanted to the current administration or the GOP party in general and in the Congress has today was they're voting, and they did vote to pass it, the continuing resolution. And part of the continuing resolution was I think at least a 37% slash in urological funding for cancer research. So I have to find out how that whether that's part of it, and then it has to go up to the Senate. But my experience there, that's why I was able to follow it. Plus, the AUA sent me an email that told me the vote was this morning. So I'm following that because even relating Micah's story, and part of the concern also of the AUA is that there's going to be a shortage of urologists in the future in 10 years. And they're saying there's not enough medical students entering the profession. And again, that impacts all of us in the RMC community in two ways. One is funding for research and support, and it trickles down to us in different forms, whether it's additional clinical trials, and also the decrease is projected decrease in physicians to treat who are specialized in urology. So those are two crucial things that I learned about it and what's going on. So now part of what I'm doing, or spinning my future discussions, is to mention that with the shortage of urologists, then what are the chances that RMC is going to be diagnosed, or there should be some collaboration between moving forward with pediatricians or just general practitioners about early detection of RMC, and that would include involving the Urological Association. So that went well. I met with my local congressperson for my section in Newark, of New Jersey, and she's connected. She was a former member of the New York City Council. So I didn't meet with her, but I mentioned my story to her support staff, and they're going to put me in connection, or I emailed that person's counterpart in the district here, and I'm hoping to hear from them, because what I want to do moving forward is to try to get Newark City Hall and Department of Education or Board of Health involved. So this is going to be a big test to see if the networking works, because right now it's just easier for me to try to apply my advocacy in Newark, and hopefully could spread from there. It's like I had to come full circle. So that's the latest, I suppose. So it was a well worth the trip. The only thing was the walking kind of wore me down a little bit, but other than that, I enjoyed my time.
Did they say why there's going to be a shortage of urologists?
Because there's half of the urology population is over 50, and
And then I think lack of
there you
funding.
have a retirement, and you also, yeah, yes, a lack of funding for new urologists. And apparently part of their for new urologists, because it was just have to intern in the hospital to be hired at a hospital. That money would, I discovered, it comes from Medicare. So so you have urologists losing slots that hasn't been included. So if you can't get a slot in a hospital and you just out of medical school, then you're not going to become a urologist. Then also the population is an aging population of urologists. And then thirdly is because there's less urologists, there's more burnout, and they're leaving the practice. and also how they're being built, I guess. So there's a lot of factors involved, but it's still, at one point, I wondered why I was there, but I found a way to make it relate to exactly what we're all about. And so there's an interest, but the only thing is the urology association don't see it as the way I see it, as if their input could help out a lot, but hopefully it will change because I was able to speak with he's outgoing now, but the president of the the association. So we did a photo op together, and he's aware of it. And so moving forward, at least if anything else, us being there this year kind of laid the foundations for future collaborations. I do hope, and parting also the physician that I was partnered with. He's willing to lend a hand of support any way he can. So so that's a step up. So I'll see how it goes moving forward. But I was satisfied with what had occurred on the trip. So um, I got my message across, and then I got information that hopefully will be beneficial in the future.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
another
think it was interesting what Dr. Massal said in one call, I think, where he was saying that like this cancer is very complicated. So if you kind of figure the somatics of this, it could resolve other cancers. So it's like kind of working from a complicated place. I'm not saying it the way he's saying it, but just wondering if that's like an angle to go at.
and then urologists
Well, it
tend
will be.
not to deal with the kidneys as much too.
Could you repeat that,
I said
Richard?
urologists tend not to really deal that much with the kidney per se. They're
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
more bladder and prostate. And I was impressed with AUA. It seems like they're branching out a little bit more this year. I know a year before last, when I went there, it was all prostate.
Mm.
So they are trying to venture out. And then another thing that was mentioned is that most of the population are elderly people that do see the urologist, and of course, most of them, a majority of them, have Medicare, and the reimbursement for Medicare is very, very low. So therefore, they're basically getting out of the practice as well because they're not really making any money on the patients. So the aging population is really, it's going to be a huge impact.
I think it's like also helpful though to the urologist, I guess, because like if you have blood in your urine, a lot of times like you might go to the urologist, and if they're kind of looking at your chart, um, what I kind of found like when Carlos like he had blood in his urine, that was like one of his big indications, and it just got like delayed for months like on a diagnosis. But I think like the biggest indication there, he had blood in his urine, but there wasn't a burning sensation. So I felt like if they picked that up and they took like the traits and stuff, like looked at the traits, they could have like done different procedures rather than going different like procedures that they look. So I think they would have done a CT scan a lot faster. So I think like just them being aware of it is helpful for the urologist. Um, Brandon, good to see you. Anything on your mind or any questions you have?
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you. Nothing's on my mind. Just waiting for the walk. I've recently had an appointment at MD Anderson. I think it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and we did find out that my current treatment. We was supposed to get ready for surgery. I was supposed to be having kidney removal surgery coming up soon, but we
Mm-hmm.
just recently found out that the treatment has stopped. So we're moving on to the next round of treatment. I'm actually going to actually start that this Thursday.
Okay, nice. What's the treatment?
Um, I forgot. It's a mix of three. I forgot the names. Carbopl? No, it's not carbopl. One's the one that I think they call the Red Devil.
Doxorubicin.
Doxorubicin. It's another drug, and he's going to keep me on the Paxlotaxin because he said he don't think that actually quit working, but because the numbers are going up slowly, so he feels. But yes, it's 3 different ones that we're going to start this Thursday.
So you will not be getting your kidney out this right next week.
No, ma'am.
Awesome.
So we're gonna. So we already have our flights, our hotel, everything booked for the walk. We're ready for that. But I will be back in Houston come April. So I'm going to do the next round for the next 6 weeks. And in April, he wants to hurry up and get me back in, see how that goes. Because, like you say, he's like, this one, it has a mind of its own. It's,
Yeah.
like you say, it's complicated. So there's no time to wait if we see the numbers.
Just don't give up.
Yeah.
You just stay positive because he has something for you.
Oh, yeah.
So where will you be staying when you come down this time?
So since we have family and friends coming, we
Hmm.
will be in Richmond.
Okay, Richmond. Okay.
Yes, sir. We got an Airbnb there, so we'll be in Richmond.
Where's Richmond?
Right on the other side of Sugarland.
Oh, okay, not bad. Brandon, it'll be nice to meet you in person.
Oh yeah, we'll be there. We're actually arriving today. We're coming on the 20th.
Oh, I am. What? I am, but I'll be like really late. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if I'll see the Friday, but
Marissa, you coming on the 21st.
the 21st. Oh, the 20. Oh, yeah. I'm coming Friday. I'm sorry. I was thinking, yeah, I gotta go look at a calendar. I'll promise I won't miss my flight, Richie, though.
Andre, when are you coming in? I know you have an appointment with Dr. Masal, right?
Yeah, I got a scan on that Thursday. I think that's the 20th.
Hmm.
I see Dr. Masal on that Friday, so I'll be there Wednesday night.
Okay, and where are you staying?
I'm staying in the same hotel in Houston that me and my mom stay at, the Holiday Inn Express. You picked me up that one time.
So you don't want to move to Sugarland after your. I just asked. Okay.
Was your mom coming, Andre, or your sisters?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister. I'm gonna have a nice little crew out there.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, really nice. Well, nice to meet your see your mom again, and then
Hmm.
meet your dad and sisters. All right, Daniel. It's good to see you. Any questions or anything on your mind you want to speak about?
Hello, do you listen me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, and Candela too, maybe, and the dog. Yes. Uh, and hello for everyone. Happy New Year. Also, if it's in March, I have problem for connection. I don't see anybody, and no, just all is okay. Uh, and what to say? No, Nico is in Bristol in UK, trying to learn English, and we are happy for him. And and that's all. I only came here to say hello for everyone, and I hope you have 2025 excellent 2025. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. How long is he in the UK for?
What? Excuse me.
How
I
long
have
is
to
he?
go now.
Oh,
Nico start the studies. Nico start to study English in January, and she will be January, February, March. In April, I think he will finish his course of English. He'll return back to Spain 1 month, and after this month, he return to Colombia, and he will have the control for his
Because he
oh,
graduated, right?
body.
Daniel, didn't he
And well,
graduate from high
we
school, right?
days we are speaking with him, and all is all right. He's happy. He loves European ladies like the Italians for him, and he don't grow up a lot of with his English, and but I think it's a extraordinary experience for him to be alone and to be so far of the family, and well, we are very happy for for him.
We'll tell him hello.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Tell Diane hello as well.
Yeah, and I would say and well, we change our life changing a little bit in the last 6 months of 2024. I sorry, is the dogs. We have dogs now because we have children, so we have dogs. We have a new dog also. And well, Diana's mother died. My mother died. Laura keep out of the house. Nico is out, so we feel a little bit empty, maybe. But it's the opportunity to say hello again for you, and well, all the best energy for every every single person of this group.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel.
Andre, any questions you have or anything on your mind?
No questions. Like I said earlier, I got my scan coming up before the walk. So now I'm on the 1 year. So I get a scan every 1 year now. So that's a blessing. Um, Looking forward to seeing everyone's faces for the walk, and just want to stay, stay encouraged, during your journey. I know Brandon switching chemo. So just stay encouraged, stay positive. Dr. Masai, he's really good at moving forward and getting you under the right situation, the right treatment plan. So just stay encouraged. Myself, I had to switch several different chemos throughout my journey, and yeah, I made it on the other side. So just stay positive and stay encouraged.
Thank you, Andre. Okay. So I think everybody went around. Um, Anybody have additional questions or any other thoughts? Okay. Oh, Richie, I'm sorry. I did not go to you. I'm losing it
It's
today.
okay. You don't have to come to me. I just want to say that we did go to Gregory's homecoming. It was a very nice service. Had an opportunity to see Clarissa and Milton, and spent some time with a little bit of time with Aisha and Gregory. But it was very nice, nicely done.
Yeah.
And then I had an opportunity to uh, spend a few more days, 2 or 3 weeks later, with Uncle Milton in Washington D.C. And it was indeed a great opportunity to, for us to tell our story and basically educate. It was more urologists there than advocates, but that's okay. It gave us an opportunity to share our stories, and we didn't have to compete with anyone. So that was about it. And I wanted to just bring up, if you guys could think of topics, or if you want a guest speaker or whatever, so that we can, sort of plan for the rest of the year, remainder of the year. This meeting is for you and about you. So if you could share with us, uh, we'd be happy to, obtain someone to speak. And I am looking forward to the walk. I am excited. I'm tired, but excited. Pasadena walk will be this coming weekend. I think they'll have 100 and some people. It was up and down because of the fire. I didn't think for sure that they would have it, but then people started signing up, so she didn't have a choice. She had to have the walk. Hopefully next year we can get down there and support her and get a chance to meet Xavier, and I think we have a couple other people that are going to be there in Pasadena. I think Aubrey Rise Williams' parents will be there. So I'm looking forward to next Saturday. Looking forward to seeing each and every one of you. We do have a day planned, activities, and do whatever else we want to do. So it'll be a day of fun.
Oh, Milton, I have one question. So I know you were talking about like just um strategies and presentations. Is there anything
Uh-huh.
your group could do that like could help with the presentation? Like if they, have a piece of like if you're focusing on something, whether it be pictures or brief things to say, that would be helpful.
What this is the breakdown as far as how I see it. Like for what I wanted when I met, it's like they give you such a short window to speak about things, and I was able to get it down packed and say, well, I just need some uh, someone further down the road. So now I'm going to meet hopefully, and chances are I'll have to. I sent an email yesterday, and I've gotten no response yet. So I could even next week give this person a call. But even with that, that's not who I want to be the final person who I want to present things to. So then my next phase is to break it down some more. So um, just not in detail like um, who are the number of I don't want to get bogged down to say number of cases of RMC, let's say within this group, because one of the things that occurred like 2 years ago when Richie and I reached out to someone, and he was from the mayor's off from the congressperson's office who was in Congress at the time, and we had a meeting, and I thought this person, Richie and I, we had a Zoom meeting. Second meeting is asking, is there other than my son and Chris, is there anyone else who has RMC? And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, we're an entire foundation for RMC, and you are asking how many people that we know have it. And so it's like if I give the detailed information to someone who is basically it's above their pay grade, then I've lost, then I don't have anything. But what we have done is there's a new person that had helping us, Shanice Johnson, no relation to Richie, but um, she she crafted a white paper which has a need for it breaks down within what sickle cell trait is and different things that could occur from it. So now that paper is well written, well researched, and that's something where now I can give to not just the next person I'm going to see on when we meet because she works for the congressperson, but I said that I wanted to focus on the state level, and the state level is then they say they want to do something with the state. I already had the experience of working with the state, and it's not going to be effective. So I said that all right, what the state um, trying to put together a bill or pass a law for sickle cell trait, which would entail screening for or increasing knowledge about RMC, let them know that there's a relationship with that, rather than me telling someone at that level. Is when the breakdown of how that report is, the white paper is written. I want to be able to give it to someone who could understand the information, like someone from the Department of Health, or for me to say that it should be included the training should be included within any sports that goes on within the confinements in Newark. So I have to be careful, like who I want to tell the story. Now, at that point, moving forward, once I meet that the person who could be a change maker, then I could tell the story of Gregory, Micah, Carlos, um, well, especially Micah and Carlos because they're within New Jersey. But then I also want to say, okay, well, if what that bill is going to imply, if you do it right now without waiting for a bill, because once it's written, it has to be executed anyway. So it's just the information itself, which is getting information to students and physicians about sickle cell trait and potential screening. Then I have to give that information to the people who could best use it and best understand it. And it's not even a politician. It's someone, let me take that back. Yeah, well, someone who can make the difference. Because as I learned, anything that's written, Congress writes hundreds of bills. I mean, they introduce hundreds of legislation per week, if not per day. And so I didn't even want to deal with anyone on the state level because in New Jersey, it already passed both houses. It's just waiting for the governor to sign it. And he's signing a lot of Governor Murphy here in Jersey signing a lot of bills. But even if he signs this one, how's it going to be implemented? It could just be signed and no one pays it any mind. So it's for me to try to establish that foundation and network and say, okay, this is what we're doing. And when it does pass, you've already implemented the bill of requirements. That could be done by a city or municipality ordinance. And that's what I was trying to get done in Patterson. But I might as well right in New York City. I'm trying to get that done there, but I might as well stick home and see what happens, and then we could move forward. But as far as anything that members of the group could do is to, um, I guess, even email or when you, because they do say that they track the calls, but whether your legislator is, whether it's congressional or Senate, is to just pick up the phone and say they need to support cancer research. And as I've learned, it's the most important story at these events is our stories, the ones on this call and the ones that aren't on the call. But hearing a caregiver or someone who's currently going through a cancer journey, those are the voices that have impact. Because I was speaking to Senator Andy Kim's person, and she was the first one, and she's in her gotta be still in her 20s, mid 20s, whatever. But when I was telling the story, her eyes were swelling up with tears, and that moves people more than anything that's written on paper. So I would say that people here on this call, um, and it's proven you all have the ability to be the most powerful advocate for RMC and sickle cell trait than is out there than anything that can be written. And that's what I've learned, and I'm using my story to get open doors. And so it's true, the powers is within us. It's not even anything people I contact because, for most part, a lot of them are into it for themselves. New York City was running for a new office. They'll be attentive for that. But other than that, nothing's going to happen. Today, someone knocked on my door, so I know the current mayor Hopefully I'll catch lightning in the bottle because he's running for governor. And, I'll see if this is something you could put on the campaign. Who knows? That'd be a dream if it happens. But at least if I could get him to pay attention, or someone to say, hey, it'd be a great idea if you implement this, because you have two governors, both Republican and Democrat, who this bill is in effect and has been introduced in 2015. So no one is not accountable for it passing, not passing. But you know what? You could be the one to really do it. You know how I'm sure it will mean to all of us. So that's going to be my elevator talk, and hopefully someone will listen and it might mean something. They might want to use us and we'll use them. That's my motto right now. So
Do you
I'll
think
see
it'd
how
be
it goes.
helpful? Because I'm just wondering, and let me know if you think this would be helpful or not. Like, if we had like a PowerPoint and like had everybody kind of like put like who they are and like specific, maybe have quotes, somebody describing their characteristics. I mean, I have to work it out, but like basically like a PowerPoint with that shows different people. Would that be helpful? Like, because it's would be something
Well,
emotional, showing like showing a snippet of everybody's story. I'm just
well,
thinking.
you kind of have an idea. Well, this is how I kind of we're in the same ballpark, and here's why. I think our last session in February, we left off. I'm trying to remember if we talked about our social media presence, and here's why. I have an account on TikTok. It's called Micah's Dad. As a matter of fact, everything I have is there. So it's just my reflections and things that um, around Micah, and then I used piped in whatever background someone was saying in the background, and then I hashtag RMC, hashtag kidney cancer, and if I'm not mistaken, I've gotten and I did that. I think it's not even a full year yet. I'm not. I don't think it is. It might be coming. No, it's not in the full year yet. And I had six over 60. I think it's now 6,700 views, and compared to like who am I? And this people asking about who said they could relate, and or someone said, well, um, one person, her son passed away from RMC, so she was on it. I mean, she found me, and as a matter of fact, she wrote a book about her son's journey. Um, then there was the case before I left, and this is, I know I'm taking the time, but one of the things, the proof positive why I think even the group, it could be an idea where it could be something edited real quick, but the faces RMC is the importance of it is okay. The walk is phenomenal, but after the walk, where are we with our presence? And I believe even something like a videotape or editing of this year's walk that could be put together and posted on TikTok. If it's put together, if I already have an account, it could go on my account, or we could have RMC CJ a foundation account, and probably required someone more youthful than me anyway. But point being that it's a strategy that needs to be developed to bring exposure, because other than on the CJ Foundation, the other foundations that are the new, or they don't really follow through. So you could say that this is the first man and the last man standing, and those other ones have fallen by the wayside. But it's time for it's been over a decade, and I feel it's time to expand to let people know about it. And the most important thing is that a young lady in Washington State, she had messaged me and says her 2-year-old child has sickle cell trait and was in the ER. And so we've been corresponding, and I gave information, the website on CDC about kidney cancer and sickle cell trait and so on, and gave her information. I even recommended that she find a pediatric nephrologist, and not a urologist, but a nephrologist who does the full function of the kidney. And these are people that they need to be brought into conversation. But the most important thing is that, hey, this is someone, a 2-year-old. Not saying that she has RMC. I don't think that is the case. However, the mom needed to have the education. She's now uh, a parent who's going to advocate for her child. And she thanks that no one in her small community in Washington State, because she's in a small town there. But my point is, unless someone, if you look at the CJ Foundation, it's them, the people here reaching out to the foundation on an internet search. So to reverse it, then we need to be out there to get more exposure so that more people could find out about us and we could find out about them. So there should be more people involved in that. But that's something like a video, something along social media. I believe that should be where our next step should go, and that will involve even information about the support group. When there's full attendance, a video clip of that or something, say, hey, we're out here. So those are the things, and you never know who we might impact. And I think it's a valuable thing that can be done. Clarissa, in kind of like what you said, but instead of a PowerPoint, it could be a short clip that could go on social media, run as a campaign, and be just as effective, and use the people involved here tonight in it. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. I mean,
I
it'd be
think
cool.
that's a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, what'd be cool is if we got like during around voting season where we say we would um what's the right word? Um you endorse like a candidate and say, "We'll endorse you if and we'll put our videos out there and talk about what social issues were, like how RMC is important to us, and endorse the candidate." That might be something where
Yeah,
we
but well, we first had to put out the video though. So I do know, like the primary for governor is June 10th. That's around the corner. Anything else, but it isn't, as I said, now it's like what I've noticed about politicians is that it's depending, even if you have them cornered, if it's not someone in their family that has it, and even that, if that's the case, it's not always that they'll even care. But for us, it isn't passing any type of bill or law. It's whether it's implemented, and that's the key. And the implementation part, I believe, has to come from us. Now, what they could do and help our cause is open the door for other places. Like if we wanted to say, okay, well, how about these local colleges and on campus, if the medical department or the health department of the college to start saying, okay, well, this goes on if you have sickle cell trait, if you're screened for it, whatever. So it's all about getting information, and I guess also trying to figure out how can the politician help spread it. The only way they could help spread the information is through their endorsements or their knowledge of it. Like for example, Senator Cory Booker has 1.8 million followers on Instagram. I just discovered, and the only reason I've had to follow him is because at the workshop it said follow your legislators on their social media page, and of course that forced me to have to log into X, and now I'm getting advertised in 91, but it's part of the course.
got it. Okay. Nice. Yeah, good talk. Definitely okay. No, getting on the social media and
And
talking
you know,
about
and I know on a different note too, with social media, this is Kidney Cancer Awareness Month. It would be good if everybody that's on this call could take a few minutes to just record themselves and let them know. This is Kidney Cancer Awareness Month. I have RMC, and I mean, just give a little brief story of what's going on. But I know so often we don't want to get our story out there because it's always that fear factor. A lot of us are private until we know for sure that we're clear, and I get it. But unless they hear from you, then they're going to think it's an isolated incident, just like when Milton and I were talking to that staffer. You know, it's the two of us, so they assume that it only affects two people. So we have to be more proactive and sort of get our stories out there.
What about trying
Excuse.
to set something up at the walks to do that? Like why are you walking, or I'm here walking for this person, sort of like testimonials, or the reason why we're in support of this kind of thing. Because I mean, the walks would be a great event to do it at because we have so much more support out there. We have everybody that we know and love that is trying to be there for everybody else, and I think that would be a great way to get that information out, or even try to even just get testimonies from everybody.
That would be great, Nicole.
I'll talk with my sister, and I'll talk to the organizer out here and see if we can try to get something set up. I know it's this weekend, but I don't know, maybe even just like a form when we're doing registration, why are you walking today, or who are you walking for, kind of thing. And if we just gather those up and we can send them out to Milton, and maybe we can put something together in that sense too. I mean, it's on paper, but it's still information that can get out to everybody else. And the walks are a great place to do it, like I said, because we have so many people out there as it is.
I mean, even if we just told people at the walk to record them say, I walk because, or I walk for, and then send the video, we can make an
Hmm.
announcement.
Mhm.
Yeah, they could post it, but even with what Nicole was saying, like let's say that uh, six people record themselves, then that's six different load ups. You don't have to put them all together, but like you could post one every couple of days. This person did this and that, but it's almost becomes like a storybook, and it brings it. Yeah. And matter of fact, the walk is really a good jump off to doing that because we need to introduce the world to, or always have to introduce ourselves to people, and you never know who might touch, and yeah, and then telling family friends to share it. And as I said, I have the account up, I have things on it, and people pop in and look at the page because if someone friends you, then their whole cohorts of friends will, it'll pop up on the algorithm, will throw the video to them anyway. So there's different things that can be done, but as I said, even within the walk in California, that'd be a great start off to see how it goes. And because what do we do? You edit and post how the walk was anyhow. So it's like nothing's going to be out of the ordinary. It's basically what you're going to be doing at the walk, and there's enough people that are savvy enough to edit it, and then that could be posted. Yeah, that's an easy lift, I believe.
Another idea would be just to even create the hashtag. I mean, people can record their own videos and use that hashtag, and everything is centralized on that hashtag and wherever we post it, whether it be TikTok or Instagram. I mean, you just type in the hashtag and then you get all these videos and stuff that are posted to it. And we could even get that
They,
hashtag out at the walks so people can use them not just the day of the walk, but at any point in time.
Yeah, we had been using, and I think it would be good if we go on and create the hashtag. I think we had unstoppable for RMC as our hashtag, but I don't know how we set all that up. I'm not.
It's usually just you post a video and you create the hashtag, and anytime somebody posts a video in reference to it, they use the same hashtag. So when you search up that tag, the videos that are associated with or tagged on it will all pop up at once.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I know last meeting we had talked about creating some kind of information sheet to set out at the walks in order to get some like of the legislative stuff out there, all that information. Maybe we can include that hashtag or create something, that day of or however maybe just in order to get all that information out to people there and then.
Sounds good.
Like that, Unstoppable. Reminds me of the Sia song, Unstoppable. It's a good song.
Yeah. I mean, could it be like Unstoppable RMC Walk 2025 or Unstoppable I Walk 4 or, anything like that. And I think any of those would do.
Okay, so what shall it be? Let's just say what it's going to be and let's just do it. What do you
Um,
What do you guys think?
I think Unstoppable RMC. It's nice and short, but I think it'd be good to have RMC in there.
yeah, it works. It's short, it's simple. People will remember it. It's not complicated at all.
What do you say? Unstoppable RMC 2025 or Unstoppable RMC Walk 2025?
If we want to just associate it with the walk, then yeah, definitely put the walk 2025. But sorry, I live by a fire department, so it's gonna get loud.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, RMC Unstoppable. I mean, anything to that effect. If we don't want to associate it just for the walk, we can do one just for the walk, but we can do one that can just go beyond the walk as well.
Well, let's
I
go
think we could,
beyond.
yeah, beyond. I think the walk's a good place to start, but definitely beyond.
So do we say unstoppable for RMC or just so I know we can be consistent here?
Um, do we need the four part, just Unstoppable RMC? Or is it better to put the four?
I don't know. You guys are younger than I am. Just tell me what you want.
Brian, give us your input.
Would it be too much if you have add another? I guess add another word. Um, um, like let's say you have RMC, unstoppable advocacy. Um, maybe it's too much.
But why don't you guys think about it and send your suggestions to Milton so we can and Clarissa so we can get it done.
Uh-uh.
I think we're
Yeah, we
losing
also
a
just
lot of
Well,
people too.
wait a minute. If is it okay, I have no issues with that.
I mean,
However, it's going to be done today, that because I can email it. How are we going to get it to Nicole or whoever?
Nicole come up with something, get with the, it doesn't matter, she could just text us or whatever, so we'll know to use the same one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get with my sister and them and we'll figure out something. We can text you either today or tomorrow. I know
Okay.
she's in treatment right now with Xavier, so she's not available. But I can definitely talk with her afterwards and we can come up with something. We just need to also make sure that that hashtag's not being used somewhere else because people use them everywhere for everything.
They're not using it because we're about the only ones that advocate for RMC. So I can promise
Yeah.
you it's not being used.
Yeah, I can do just a quick search on TikTok and Instagram and see if the one that we want to use is being used out there, so we can just make it a little bit different if needed.
what
Okay,
if it was somebody's
sounds good.
initials? RMC could be used.
Yeah, yeah. That's why some people will use them in different ways. So
Yeah,
just don't want their tags to come up on our tags.
that's true. Okay, we're coming up on 8:17, Miss Clarissa. Does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about? Okay, well, Good luck, Pasadena, on the walk. Enjoy your birthday week, Milton. Parting words, Andre. See you guys in a week and a half.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's after the walk, right?
What's after the walk?
Oh, next time we can have. Oh, you talking about the walk? I was talking
The
about.
walk a week and a half.
Oh, okay, okay. I
We'll see
was
you guys
trying to.
in April. When is the next meeting? April.
Let me look.
April the 8th.
Yeah, April the 8th.
Okay. Oh,
Hmm,
I did want to say one more thing. My story was accepted by American Urological Association. I think she told me that they had 40 applicants, and they selected, I think she said 12 to 15 people. So I'll be going to Vegas at the end of April to share my story before the AUA.
okay.
Yeah, Richie, I'm going to
All right.
Vegas like the first week of May.
Well,
Just gonna
I'll be going 27th, 28th, I believe, of April.
miss you. That would have been fun to meet him in Vegas.
Yep. Okay, Mr. Andre.
Okay, y'all ready to close out the meeting for tonight?
Yeah.
Um, as always, it was good seeing everyone. Hearing everybody's journey. Um, as always, I want to say congratulations to Pam. I don't know. I think
She's gone.
yeah, she's gone, but it's so many good stories. When it comes to RMC now, especially from when I started my journey 6 years ago, it was I haven't hardly heard of anything remotely positive. When I first started my journey, but just within this group, we got so many good stories we can share. Brian, Pam, uh, Daniel's sons, Nico. Um, yeah, so many positive stories. So hopefully that can encourage, some of the other people that's going through that journey just to, stay positive, stay pushing forward. Um, like I always say, Dr. Masai, I promise, there will be a, cure. So um, just take that with you and know that we're pulling for you. If you need anything, you can always reach out, to any one of us, myself, Carissa, Miss Richie, or whoever, would be happy to, try to get the answer for you. So looking forward to seeing everybody for the walk this month. And as always, you're going to be in our thoughts and
Wait,
prayers. So
uh,
go ahead. Mitch.
Andre, before you go,
Yeah.
do you, Richard had told me that you had reached out to that young man in Kentucky who who uh, he's currently he survived his journey, went through it. Richard, no, I'm talking about her mom is his mom is on Facebook.
Oh,
Um,
Kendrick.
yeah,
We're talking about Kendrick, Andre.
the
Ken.
reason why I mentioned
Okay.
that was that his birthday, I saw it posted, was recent, and I finally saw a picture of him on Facebook.
Okay. Good.
So I'm just curious to know if you could reach out to him and see how he's doing. Maybe he's has enough courage now to show his face because I was, she posted his birthday his photo. And so when you talked about those, let's not, he needs to be included in the conversation.
Hmm.
Those who have beaten RMC,
Yeah, because
it's just as cool. That's all about that, you know.
it's definitely encouraging to hear. The more people that beat the disease, the more encouraged, others can, become. So I'll definitely reach out to Kendrick and see if he can join us
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
these meetings and
Yeah,
just
I
share his
tried. He's invited
share
every.
his success story.
Yeah, we invite him every month, and usually he just don't respond. But on a different note, I forgot to mention too. Keep Antonio in your prayers. He's not doing that well.
Mm.
They were saying that they were getting ready to place him in hospice. Um, Also, Rachel sends her love to everyone, but James is in the hospital. I think she lives in New York as well.
Mm.
So just keep them uplifted in prayer.
Will do. And
Which
how
hospital?
how was how was Aisha, Miss Rich?
Aisha, it's up and down. We talk quite a bit. She should be coming to Houston tomorrow. She'll be at the walk. I
Okay,
think it's
good.
about 9 or 10 of them that will be at the walk in memory of Gregory. But she
Good.
has her moments, of course.
Mhm.
Good.
It's tough.
It is. It's a
It's
tough
tough.
journey.
It really is.
But as always, we're gonna keep everybody in our thoughts and prayers.
Mhm.
Those we lost, we're gonna continue to carry that baton forward, for them and raise awareness and continue to, lead the charge, to no one has to, mourn a loss, especially due to RMC. So hope everyone have a good night and we'll see you at the walk.
Okay.
Thank you. See
Everybody.
you.
Thank you for everyone. Thank you. Bye.
All
Nice.
right.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Have a great time.